you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast. Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast, the musical podcast.
I tried to come in and harmonize with you there, and then totally chickened out.
Relax. Yeah, there you go. You do it. You sing, I'll sing.
Relax the musical podcast. You're not saying anything.
I know, just curious. I want to know where you were going with it. Okay, anyway. Hi, everyone.
Is starting.
I'm Colleen Vollinger.
And I am, you're humiliating me.
That's not your name. His name is Erik Stocklin, and today we're doing a musical episode of the podcast. What does that mean? Everyone keeps asking, what does that mean?
I also keep asking, and I have no answers.
Well, you're about to find out, guys, because it's going to be a fun episode. Obviously, you guys know I'm obsessed with theater, musical theater. Erik's done a lot of musical theater, so I thought it'd be fun to dedicate an episode to it. So before we jump into the musicalness of the musical episode, we need to talk about who needs to relax.
Who needs to relax this week? You want to go first this week?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, who do you think needs to relax this week? What's
first.
happening? Is something happening?
Automatic toilets need to relax. I'll just be minding my business and suddenly feel a splash. It always goes off when I'm not done, and suddenly there's a mist on my bum of other people's pee-pee crumbs.
God.
Automatic toilets need to relax. You know what I'm talking about?
Does piss leave crumbs? What's happening?
It does in this world.
In
You are just a toilet. Stop trying to be a bidet. Just be yourself, man. We don't want your nasty spray. I'm literally in the middle of this, and now there is a big splash of piss all over my lady bits. Automatic toilets need to relax. Why are you so eager to get me out of the stall? I'm feeling very rushed and I haven't been here long at all. So please have some patience with me. I'm just trying to have a quick pee. Don't flush the second I sit on the seat. Automatic toilets need to relax. Sing it with me.
Automatic toilets need to relax.
That's why I think needs to relax this week. I hate automatic toilets.
I haven't been in a public bathroom in 18 months, so I almost forgot that happened.
I know. I did not forget that happened.
I also feel like airport ones are up to like a higher gear. They're like, we got to get these people moving.
Get them out of here. Get them on the plane.
Yeah, I think that was a really good one.
Thanks.
Those toilets do splash your bum.
I know. It's no good. I hate it. It drives me crazy. Who needs to relax for you this week, Lovey?
Let me think about that. I hadn't thought about it before. Let me just think of something. Hey, Colleen, you know who needs to relax this week? Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were on the phone.
Just let me finish this text.
Yeah, of course. You won't believe what happened.
Sorry? What? Oh, hold on. Just gotta finish the last part of the text.
It was the craziest thing.
Sounds intense. Sorry, still trying to finish this text.
I am bleeding from the head. That's funny.
What? Oh, sorry. Sasha just sent me a TikTok.
Okay. Aliens abducted me and took me to Mars. What?
The Bachelor is gay.
I have been elected president of a local community garden.
Why am I tagged in this?
I am still violently bleeding from the head, and now I'm passing out.
Why is Chipotle trending? Okay, finished. Sorry, what did you want to say?
I forget. All of us humans, we are forgetting how to interact. Let's all throw our iPhones into the ocean. We need to relax. Or Or maybe there's a recycling program, 'cause I wouldn't want to do that to the crabs.
Did you say something?
Hmm?
What? Sorry.
No,
I'm done.
What are we doing?
I'm done
All right, let's
texting now.
just
Did
move
you
on.
want to say something?
I don't think so.
Okay, so who needs to relax for you?
I think crabs? I don't know.
Oh, crabs. Yeah.
They pinch your feet.
I guess so. That's true.
They taste
so
delicious.
we are so campy. Love that for us. Listen, this is going to be a really fun episode for you guys. We are going to be singing a little bit. We're going to be talking about our experience in theater. We're going to be talking about Broadway. 'Cause I don't know if you know about this, but I did a Broadway show. I was on Broadway, guys. It's very exciting.
The playbill's right there.
I know. It was really, really fun. And you guys always have lots of questions.
Best time of my
for
life
that.
going to see that show
It was so fun.
over and over again. You were great.
But before we hop into all of that, I feel like we never really regroup and talk about like the week we've had on this podcast. We're not very we don't talk about what we've been through. So
You
like
want
this
to
week,
start doing like a weekly recap?
I don't know, maybe like
Just so that
this
people
week,
know what's been going on? Okay.
I got to feed a giraffe this week with Flynn.
That was really
and
cool.
I was part of like a musical benefit, which is appropriate for this episode.
Absolutely, yes.
And I don't know. I post a lot of random vlogs of nothingness. I tried ice tie-dyeing for the first time.
Ice tie-dyeing.
Are there any
tie-dye the ice?
Yeah, like you put a tie-dye on the ice cubes and they melt onto it didn't work. Do you have any highlights from your week, Lovey? That you want to talk about? Anything you want to talk about?
No, not much. Kind of a slower week for me this week. Not much going on.
I feel like you're lying.
What?
I feel like you have something you need to admit to me.
I have something.
Like I know something's up. Like I can tell.
What are you saying? What's happening?
You wanna know something, Erik? I've noticed a big change in you. There's a twinkle in your eye, and I can't help but sigh when I look at you. You seem wiser and stronger now. Your heart has grown, and so has your brain. You're oozing sex appeal,
Whoa.
and I can't help but feel that something has changed. So what's different? Did you get a haircut?
No.
Did you start a new diet?
Definitely not.
Are you extra caffeinated?
No, but I did get vaccinated.
That's it. I never knew the side effects of a Moderna could make your hotness just more superb. Your antibodies have made me lovesick, you see, because now you're elite. You're helping stop this disease. Are you free tonight? 'Cause I'm vaccinated too. And maybe we could have some COVID-safe, sexy time. Let our Modernas intertwine. But don't be alarmed if I can't use my left arm. It's very sore tonight.
Mine hurts too, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, do not touch my arm. It really, really hurts.
Sore, yeah.
Like
I can only go this high.
Like I will scream. It's like bruised.
It's bruised.
You got bruised. So yeah, Erik got vaccinated. So did I. You're vaccinated. Moderna twins.
Round one. Still
Round
risky, I
one,
don't
still
know.
waiting for round two. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully it goes well, guys.
Did you just sing a whole song?
Did you not like it?
I loved it.
You did? You like my song?
What's it called?
Moderna Sexy Time. I don't know.
That's good. That's a good title.
I just made that up.
That's really good.
So, as you can see, we have been having fun planning this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying listening to this bizarre episode so far. Now, before we get into all the musical
all of
chat,
our episodes aren't like this?
God, I hope not. I'm tired of writing songs. I want to talk about all the different musical experiences that we've had. So I'm going to do that. But first, I want to say thanks to our first sponsor because I love them so much and they are amazing. See, you're going to get singing.
Wow, they even got a jingle.
This whole time. It's Kitty Poo Club, guys. Kitty Poo, Kitty Poo. Kitty Poo Club. It's never going to end. I'm going to
That
sing
was
the whole
good.
episode.
I hope so.
Are you a proud cat person? Listeners, are ya? You love your cat, but that doesn't mean you love having a litter box in your home. Kitty Poo Club takes care of all the more unpleasant parts of cat ownership so you can get back to loving your furry little friend. So we use Kitty Poo Club and we love it. It has helped make Erik hate the cats less. So
I wouldn't say significantly less.
well, yeah, it helps with the poo part of having a cat.
What a percentage?
It's a very convenient all-in-one monthly litter box solution. It has changed the game for us. The only negative part of having cats was dealing with all the doo-doo. The only thing I think that could make this better for you, Erik, is if it also helped get rid of the cat hair. I think then it would be like the best thing then you'd fully love the cats, I feel. That's the only thing left.
If the cats didn't
We got rid of the poo and pee problems.
and didn't have hair,
Yeah. So we fixed the poo problem.
we just need hairless outdoor cats
that's not gonna
and
happen.
a Kitty Poo
Well,
Club subscription, and we're good.
We have Persian cats, so hairless isn't going to happen. But every month, Kitty Poo Club delivers an affordable, high-quality, recyclable litter box pre-filled with a litter of your choice. The boxes are leak-proof, eco-friendly, have a fun design for every season, super cute. And when the month is up, just recycle the box, and Kitty Poo Club will automatically deliver a new one to you. No changing the used litter, and no more cleaning the box. You can customize your order based on how many cats you have and choose from 4 different litter types. Now, we have to lie and say we have more cats than we do because our cats poop more than normal cats for some reason. So
Yeah, I just fill in 8. I just fill in
we
a
put 27
farm-like
cats.
scenario.
No.
Yeah.
But Kitty Poo Club has a no-risk satisfaction guarantee, and you can easily customize or cancel anytime. And right now, Kitty Poo Club is offering 20% off your first order, plus a free dome, free scoop, and free shipping when you set up auto ship by going to kittypooclub.com/relax. Just go to kittypooclub.com/relax to get your 20% off your first order, plus a free dome, scoop, and free shipping when you set up auto ship. That's kittypooclub.com/relax.
Really good.
Yeah, it's great. Go check it out if you guys are feeling like it. We unfortunately are not going to be singing the entire episode, guys. There's other stuff we want to talk about. So since this is a musical episode, I wanted to talk about the musicals we've been in.
Okay.
So Erik, I know you guys know me as like the theater kid, the musical theater kid, but Erik's done musicals.
I love musicals.
Yeah.
I find that they always bring me to like an extreme point of emotion. There's something about all these people on stage singing together. Like I feel like I always get emotional during musicals, which is strange. And the first thing I ever did theatrically was a musical. Was my mother drove me to the community center, and I auditioned and got a small part in Flynn and Friends, which is
How old were you?
A musical about Huckleberry Finn. I think I was 4th grade. How old are you in 4th grade?
Maybe like 10-ish,
Yeah,
11-ish?
around there. We did it at the community center on like one of those stages that is also a basketball court, like an indoor basketball court.
Yes.
And then they have the stage there. So they put in all the chairs. And I remember the first night, the first show, I don't know if I've told you this, but like first performance, like feeling for the first time as a young person, like that excitement and, nervousness about it before going on. And they've made like a campfire and they're talking to Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. And I just had one line in this campfire scene.
You've told me this story. It's so
and
sad.
it was just the one line that was like, "You're right, guys," or something like that. But I was so excited for this one line that it was just repeating in my head, going, "You're right, guys. You're right, guys." You know what I mean? I was just waiting to say it. And I remember I just blurted it out, like so excited, and thought I had crushed it. And then the kid who was playing Huckleberry Finn looked at me like, "You idiot, you've jumped my line. And your line is in response to my line." So he then said his line, and then I had to say it again.
Oh, cringe.
And so I got that first taste of like excitement of being on stage, and then immediately got that first taste of totally blowing it,
being
hating
mortified.
yourself.
Oy.
That
is the worst.
Yeah, for my audition song, I sang "Happy Birthday to You."
What
Did I
a
ever tell you
great
that?
choice. Very unique.
And they were like, "And do you have a song?" And I looked at my mom, who was sitting there with me, and they just go, "You can just sing like Happy Birthday to You." I just immediately started singing. I don't think I've told you this, but
Yeah, you
Happy
have.
Birthday
I
to
love
You.
it.
And for some reason, I sang it in a British accent. I remember this because it was so embarrassing.
Can you do it right now?
happy birthday. Like I literally did it like that. Really? Yeah, truly. But I think in the acting portion of it, like I had given this for a kid, like a natural read of like the acting part of it that I remember them all being like, oh, like this kid can act, like he belongs here. Oh, there's, you know what I mean? So they like gave me a role anyways. I mean, I had that one line.
Yeah, you probably would have gotten a bigger role, but then you sang Happy Birthday with a British accent. They were like, eh.
Well, for the second performance, just so you know, I nailed it. By the way, there was only 2 performances. I think I rehearsed it for 4 months, and then there was 2 performances on a indoor basketball court.
Was this your final musical theater performance, or was there more?
It was not.
So what else did you do?
And then I've done Pippin. Mm-hmm. Played Louis in Pippin, who's Pippin's brother. Mm-hmm. Cabaret, I played Ernst Ludwig, who was German.
Yes.
Nazi sympathizer.
Yikes.
And How to Succeed in Business.
Yes,
Without
I've
really
seen
trying,
this one.
I got the lead.
He got the lead role.
There was like
so good.
There was like 16 songs in that show. My last year of college. I think it was more of like an actor's musical. That's why I could play. But there was a lot of singing.
I loved it.
You know what would be interesting is like there's video of this that exists. Mm-hmm. And I wonder, my brother is editing our podcast now.
I know, he's amazing.
He's great.
Shout out to Christopher.
I wonder, Christopher, if you can find.
Eric has a brother, Christopher, too. My brother, Christopher, is also.
Yeah, we both have brothers.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
If you could find that's some of that footage from this performance at Southern Connecticut
Plop
State
it in right here.
University. You could, so those of you who are not only listening but listening and watching, you might be able to see me doing a barrel turn or two.
And we'll see what he picks.
Yeah.
I watched it and I have to say I think the entire time I watched it, I kept looking at Erik and going, "That's not you. Is that you? Is this you?" Like it's transformed completely, because I know Erik to be this subtle television actor. Like he's great at character he's great at everything, but like I've known you to be like subtle characters. You know what I mean? Like you're like the stalker, or you're the murderer, or you're the love interest, but like, or a dork, or like a sweetheart. Like you've played all these different roles, but it's for TV, and TV acting is obviously much different than theater acting. And so to see you in this musical that's really broad and big and campy, and you were doing that, as you should, was so bizarre for me to see, because I've never seen you go big. Like when we did Haters Back Off, I feel like half the time we'd do a take and someone might say like, "Oh, let's have Erik do it again with some, with bigger or whatever." And someone on our team would always say, whether it was like my brother or one of the showrunners, be like, "No, trust me, when we see that in the editing room, he will have given you everything that you wanted." Like it's just so subtle, you can't see it in the small monitors as we're filming. But yeah, it was really fun to watch you. So I hope Christopher is able to find some footage to plop in here for us.
And then since being out here working on TV, I've auditioned for a lot of projects that involved like playing music, but not necessarily musical. I guess I got close to getting a job on that show Nashville. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Like I got close to playing a country singer on that show.
Not a musical, but still very exciting.
Pretty close. But I did have one. My manager here did send me to one like big for, I think it was Pasadena or Rose Bowl was doing Rent, and they sent me on an audition for that. And I had never been on like a serious musical theater audition. Have I told you about this?
I don't think so.
And it was like like one of my worst auditions in my life. Yeah, because he's the rocker one, right?
Which one?
From Rent. Is it Roger?
Yeah, Roger, yeah.
Yeah, who has that, like, the big rock song.
One song, glory.
Yeah, okay. So, like, and he plays guitar. So I was like, oh, I'll bring my guitar and I'll play it on guitar. And I was brought into a room with tables set up at the end, and 20 people to watch this audition. Like, the whole table of producers and everybody, and then just a man sitting at piano. And they're like, "You don't need the guitar." And I was like, "Of course I don't need the guitar. Like, what?" I put my guitar down, and the piano player just starts going like, and playing it, and what felt to me like at 1,000 miles per hour. And I just didn't even sing. I just stared at him and stared at them and was like, what's happening? You know what I mean? And then they stopped, like they literally stopped the piano player, and the director was like, "Hey man, this is your audition. Like, don't worry, take your time." And I was like, I have just literally died. Like I died inside. And
I hate
and he
that.
started it over, and I don't think I could do it again. And then he started over a third time, and I'm the type of like I'm not that.
So
I'm
hard.
not this. I like needed like to be holding a guitar
Well, it's
to
hard.
hide behind kind of person.
Yeah, it's hard. Musical theater auditions are so tough because usually, you know, an audition is like it's you and you have to prove your acting ability. But in musical theater, you are relying on this accompanist to like do it. Like I remember practicing not only my song, but I remember practicing and writing out how I would tell the pianist to play my 16
different
bars.
sport. Like you're talking about basketball, and I was like a professional baseball player.
Yeah.
Like it didn't like translate at all, but they just my agents had just sent me on it, and I was like, I will go. And I waited there with a bunch of guys also wearing leather jackets for this audition. You know what I mean? And then went in there and completely melted down and told my agents like, don't send me out for any more like.
Aw, I'd love to see you in a musical live. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, but like it has to be the right for me because I'm not.
Yeah.
I mostly did straight plays, not musicals. So
Yeah.
like it was more Tennessee Williams than it was Sondheim. As much as I would love to be, I don't have that skill set.
Yeah, you do. I think you do. Well, so that's the end of your musical theater career as of now. Those are the shows you've done, right?
As of now, yeah. I mean, I played the lead singer of a band in a
That's not
Netflix
a
show called Girl
musical.
Boss, and I got to play a
that's not a-
song in a
No, you
Netflix show.
didn't.
Yeah, in Girl Boss,
You didn't. I thought you didn't play it.
I did play it.
I thought you didn't for some reason.
I did play it, yeah.
Okay.
And then in like a Taco Bell web series, I also played and got to write a
those
song
aren't
for that.
musicals, love.
Well,
That doesn't
it's
count.
my-
I mean,
it's
they're
my
very cool.
musical things that have happened to me.
But, okay, I had to write a
Well,
list
schmack thing. Oh,
for mine.
do we have 40 minutes?
Okay, so shows that I've been in. So I auditioned for a bunch of shows and never got into them. So my first audition for a show was at a community theater. Well, not show. My first musical audition was for a community theater for The King and I.
I thought you were going to say Cats.
No, no, not Cats. I'm not a dancer. The King and I think I was 11, and I was like
how cool.
the tallest person there. And it was at the theater that my grandpa used to take me to see community theater at. It's the reason I loved theater.
That's what I was going to say was like, well, how did you learn to appreciate musical theater because your grandfather would
Yeah,
bring you?
my grandpa loved musical theater, and he was constantly singing musical theater. Every day he woke up singing "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" from Oklahoma, and all day long he would sing a bunch of Broadway show tunes. And then he would take me to see community theater shows because I was the only grandkid who would sit through it. And he also
Was any of them Huckleberry Finn and Friends?
No, I wish.
What, do you remember what shows? it
Yeah, I
was?
saw My Fair Lady. I saw Oklahoma. I saw 76 Trombone, the Music Man. That's just the song came to my mind before the title of the show did.
That's okay.
There was tons. I don't even remember them all. But he would take me to see community theater. And then we would also go do swing dancing every Thursday night together. I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. And my
You were
grandpa and
being
I would go
trained-
swing dancing.
You're being prepped.
Anyway, I did not mean to get on that tangent. I have a lot of musicals to list right now, but my point is just that my love for theater and the art of performing, whether that be through dance or singing or acting or whatever, was from my grandpa. He instilled that in me. And so I auditioned for The King and I did not get in. And then my
That
freshman...
was your first audition for musical and you didn't get in?
That I can remember, I think so. And then I auditioned, but I had auditioned for stuff before because I had been in voice lessons for so long. So I had auditioned for a lot of choirs and for like Certificate of Merit, which is like this thing where they judge your voice and you're like a kid trying to sing.
Oh,
like,
wild.
It's weird.
But
But
not
anyway,
musical theater.
I had not auditioned for musical theater that I can remember, but maybe I'm wrong. And then I auditioned my freshman year of high school. I auditioned for My Fair Lady and did not get in, but my brother got the lead, Professor Higgins.
Really?
And I was on costume crew. And
yeah, you got to put in those tech hours. We all know about those tech hours, dude.
And then my sophomore year, I auditioned for Anything Goes, and I got
Cole Porter.
in. Yes, Cole
Look at
Porter.
me.
Yes, look at you. I'm very proud of you for knowing that.
Yeah.
I got into Anything Goes, but this is a very unique performance of Anything Goes because we were taking it to the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh. So my theater director wanted to come up with a unique, fun way to make sets easy to travel with. So he was like, inflatable furniture. Okay, where do they have inflatable furniture? Space. So it was Anything Goes, ... in outer space was what we did. It was very strange.
They already, I'm sorry, like, because what program knew that they were going to Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
You have to submit. So like had been submitting footage and information about our performances, and then you can be accepted to go and perform. So he had submitted our high school theater department.
Are there a lot of high school theater musicals performed at
the Fringe Festival?
At the Fringe Festival?
There was I think there were 4 high schools that got chosen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he had thrown the idea of it's in space before it was chosen.
No. After
it was chosen, and then he was like, well, what can we bring?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I follow now.
And so, by the way, I remember that, I don't remember seeing any of the shows, but I do remember one of the other high schools that was chosen was like a boarding school for musical theater.
Right.
And I remember we were on a train. I don't know why or where we were going, but we were on a train with this other school. And I was sitting with these kids from a musical theater boarding school. And I just thought they were the coolest people in the whole world. I was like, these are the people I belong with.
Yeah.
Like, these are my people. Like, their whole life is theater. They're so passionate about it. Like, they're not just doing it because it's fun. Like, it means, I remember this. Like, it was very intense.
We had a thing called ACTF, which was the American College Theater Festival, where you would compete regionally and then nationally against other colleges for they would have adjudicators come and watch the productions.
You told me about this.
And judge the performances in the musicals, and then they would have a festival, and certain ones would get chosen. So like similarly, we would go to these festivals, and then they would, like if we were chosen, which was very rare and prestigious, like to have a whole production there. But then there were like full-on theater conservatory programs, like reps, like equity, that would also perform against us as state school. You know what I mean? And with the budget and like whatever, but we crushed it.
You crushed it.
Yeah, but that was my similar
Yeah, no, I love it.
kind of thing.
Well, my list of shows that I've been in is so long that it's already time for a new ad read, and I've only mentioned one. So I will get to the rest in a minute. It is a long list, and I'll get into that. But first, I do want to say a big thank you. I'm very excited to our next sponsor, which is LOVEVERY. And
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's great. LOVEVERY delivers play kits for your kids straight to your home, and they're designed by experts to help your child's developing brain. They focus on play to help your child learn, and each kit is matched to your child's development stage. So when you get a new kit every 2 to 3 months, there is fresh play at every stage. And it's super affordable, starting at only $36 a month. Now, when they reached out to us and wanted to work with us, I thought the company was really cool. I'd heard of it before, and I'd always wanted to try it. And I knew it was great, but I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. Do you remember when I opened the first box, I was like, Lavi, this is so cool.
I think we were supposed to like space the activities over a few days. And we
couldn't. I was
did
so
one
excited.
after another. Yeah.
It was so awesome. It was amazing. You can tell they work so hard to make each activity fun and engaging for your kid while also making it very educational. So we got a lot of cool stuff in our first box, but I think Flynn's favorite thing was that there was like a working like kitchen sink type of thing that was his size, and it had running water that like circulated through it, and he would wash dishes. And through that, he could count his little dishes. He could talk about the colors. He learned to clean, and like he loved it. It was so fun. But there's also like counting games and
the Connect Four
type color counting thing. And there's like this little flower board where he could take out these felt flowers. He could pick the felt flowers and put them in these little peg holes, and he could count them, talk about the colors.
Gorgeous flowers.
It was really fun. He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it. So I was stoked with this. I think it's amazing. It's more than just a box of toys. Each kit is packed with a play guide, expert tips, ways to play, and DIY at-home activities. Everything included is modern and minimal, creating less mess and clutter in your home. Not only that, but everything is incredible quality. Their playthings are made with sustainable harvested wood, organic cotton, and baby-safe plastics. Activate free content tailored to your child's age and get a peek inside the play kits at LOVEVERY's website. Visit LOVEVERY.com/relax to get started. That's LOVEVERY BIRDIE.com/relax to get started. Go check it out. We love it. I think you guys will too. It's super great. All right. So I think I need to just bang through this list because it is long. And if I tell stories from every show I've been in, this will be a 7-hour podcast, which no one wants.
We'll go back. We can do more of these. Lightning round style, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do lightning
I'm
round.
looking at your phone like, oh my gosh.
I know. I've done a lot of theater. And we are going to be singing more later in the episode, but I thought it would be fun to talk about musical theater experiences. So
much fun.
I'm going to bang through all these shows, and then after I say them all, then if you have questions or if I want to tell a specific story, we can talk about anything. But
okay.
I think you know every musical theater story I have. Okay, so my first musical theater show was Anything Goes, ... in outer space. Then I did Pirates of Penzance my junior year of high school.
Is that one of the ones where they talk really fast?
There is a song like that, yes.
What's that one?
I am the very modern.
We don't have the rights. Stop.
Come on, no, we're not gonna get. Okay, anyway, I played Mabel in Pirates of Penzance. My senior year, I played Cosette in Les Mis, and then after I did Les Mis in high school, I did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I played Sally Brown. I did that twice. Then I was in Seussical the musical as a bird girl in college. That was my first show, and then I did Newsies. I played like Meadowlark, or I don't even know. I was I'll tell this story later, but I was a newsie. I'll tell you later. Okay. And then I was in
newsie?
No. And then I was I said I was Meadowlark. I think that's her name. I actually don't even know.
I've never seen it.
She's like the only girl with a song, essentially.
Oh, cool.
Not in the musical that was on Broadway, like the movie adaptation, because it was a theater camp that I was teaching music at. And so they needed someone to play it. And it was like that cringy kind of jam.
Yeah.
So anyway, because all the kids wanted to be a newsie. No kid wanted to be like the woman who sings one song in one scene.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Anyway, very cringy. Then I did Me and My Girl. I was in the ensemble. Then I did Into the Woods. I played Rapunzel.
Your favorite?
I was, it wasn't my favorite role I played, but I love that show.
But favorite musical, right?
Yeah, one of the tops up there for sure.
Okay.
I played Kathy in Last 5 Years. I was in Once on This Island, and I don't remember what I played. I'm not kidding. I don't remember.
Just credited, I guess.
No, I was like one of the, there's like,
credited.
I think there's like 4 gods in that show, or like spirit gods. I really don't even remember. I was at like a couple rehearsals, and then I think there's only like 1 or 2 performances. And so it was such a blip in my life that I don't even remember. I had a song and I don't even know what I sang. I did Thoroughly Modern Millie. I was Miss Dorothy. I then graduated college, and then I did community theater. I played Louise and Gypsy. I was ensemble in a community theater production of Seussical. Then I was Gertrude in an equity version of Seussical. And then I got cast in High School Musical. I was in it for rehearsals, and then I quit because Miranda was picking up, and I was asked to go to London, and I wanted to go to London and perform as Miranda. And so I had to quit the show, and I was very sad. Then in New York, I was an off-Broadway production of a show called Odyssey the Musical. And then I don't know if my tour counts as a musical, but I've done that for 10 years.
It certainly does, yeah.
And then I was on Broadway in Waitress as Dawn. And that, I think, is all the shows I've done, but I might have missed 1 or 2. I don't know. I'm exhausted. So that's all the shows that I've done.
You also know every like lyric to every musical.
Mm-hmm.
You're very good at like picking and playing them on piano and singing to them. And you also are known to, about this echoey house, just burst into complete performances almost of the entire song.
I really, really love it.
And Waitress, I had bought you as a gift the music book to it and put it on the piano, and you were playing that especially while you were pregnant, before any indication that you would ever be involved in that on Broadway. And you doing that show on Broadway was one of my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, that's like for sure one of the top
bookended
ones.
like a couple months of my life. I feel like I will always remember having
crazy.
a newborn son and being in New York City and watching you perform on Broadway.
That was so
one of my
cool.
favorite things
I was thinking
forever.
about that experience the other day, and it made me remember, like, I think the most special thing about doing that show, and I don't know that I've talked about this online, maybe I have. People always ask, like, what's the best part about like doing a Broadway show? What's different about doing a Broadway show? Like, people have a lot of questions about it, like theater kids do. And I always say, like, oh, it's the coolest thing is that the people are all the same. It's the same people you did theater with when you were a kid in high school. It's like, it's those people. It's just now it's on Broadway. Like, it just felt the same. Like, the community of people is so awesome. But there was something so magical about that show that I'm not sure that I've ever talked about. And it was, I mean, I can't believe I did it. Cause like you said, I had like such a cool history with that show. When I heard the show for the first time, I was in Vancouver working on Haters Back Off. And I heard the whole soundtrack and I was obsessed with Dawn's song. I didn't know the storyline. I had never seen the movie. I didn't know the character, but I just knew that song like I loved. And I was like, oh my God. And I always, every time I listen to a soundtrack, I imagine which part I would play because I'm that person. And I was like,
I get that.
This would be my role. Like if I ever got to do this show, I would want to play Dawn, not thinking I would ever play it on Broadway. Crazy. But then I got pregnant and the songs had a whole new meaning and made me sob every time I listened to them. And then Flynn was born and the songs had a whole new meaning to them. Like for those of you who don't know the show Waitress, there is a pregnant woman in the show. And so there's a lot of beautiful songs that are written. If you haven't heard the songs from Waitress and you have been pregnant, want to get pregnant, or have had children, like strongly recommend listening to the music from that show because it will, oh my God, it will touch your heart in ways you didn't know it could be touched. It's incredible.
There's a few instances like when you were pregnant, but like I feel like I remember specifically the most like Flynn was like weeks old and you were singing one of the songs from Waitress to him and filmed it and like put it, like tweeted it or whatever. And then Sarah Bareilles,
she like retweeted it or something like that. Yeah, it's so crazy. There's so many things with Waitress that happened. And I was like, I didn't even know that like I was going to, Sarah Bareilles retweeted me singing something to Flynn, probably the
so many instances that when we were there and you were like, I was so nervous watching you on your opening night. I was just like a mess, but like that it felt like life at that time itself was scripted. Like it just seemed so.
Yeah, it was really intense.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the show, there's this lead character who she's in an abusive, bad, awful relationship with her husband. He's horrible. And she gets pregnant. And then she starts going to a gynecologist and starts having fun with this doctor.
I think it's just a doctor.
It's the gynecologist.
Oh, I guess he is. He has those.
Yeah, they got the stirrups.
Yeah.
And so she starts kind of, hanging out with him a little bit. But then at the end, she finally gets the courage to like leave this abusive, awful person.
Spoiler alert if you've never heard or listened to this musical.
Spoiler alert. And she has the baby. And there's two other main women characters, which is Dawn, which is the character I played. And there's also this other main character named Becky. So it's these three strong women who are all going through their own journeys of self-love and acceptance and whatever. Anyway, the end of the show, the lead woman has her baby and she's singing this song to her baby. It will make me cry because it made me cry every night on stage. But she's singing to her baby this song, Everything Changes. And it's the most beautiful song. It's perfect. But right before she does it, right before she sings that song, she, spoiler alert, breaks up with her abusive husband and tells him to get out of there and get out of this hospital room. I don't need you. And she finally stands up to this man who has just destroyed her confidence, her life, her soul, her whole relationship with him. He's been so awful. And that moment, it's going to make me cry. Every time I talk about it, makes me cry. Being on stage and hearing and seeing out of my peripheral vision, the women in the audience like gasp, and it makes me cry. Like you could feel women in the audience. I was there
sitting next to them also crying.
Yeah, you could feel the women in the audience get either empowered because they have experienced abuse from a man before. They want to get out of an abusive relationship. They had the strength to get out of an abusive relationship. They wish their friend or their mom could. You could feel these women in this audience every night being empowered by this story, by this music, and by this musical. And it was so magical to hear the audible, like you could hear their breath be taken away by watching this woman stand up to a man. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's why like there's something very magical about live theater, and I think particularly with musicals because there's something about the way music, us as humans, that it affects us in various ways, and so there's something great about it, especially live, and so hopefully that comes back soon. But I was one of those people in the audience, and it's what a great. If you've never been able to see a Broadway musical, I totally understand. Those are not cheap tickets. I didn't see one until I was in my 20s for the first time.
Yeah, me too.
But when you did Waitress, I think I saw it 11 or 12 times, and it was just the best.
It was it was a really magical experience. I feel really grateful that I got to experience that and that it's a part of my life, because it was obviously a big dream for me and a total dream come true to get to play that character in that show that was so important for women. And like, I don't know, it just like, there are so many moments in that show that any woman can relate to in some way or fashion. And it was really incredible.
But it meant a lot to us that it was just so crazy that you got to do it, and the part that you had been like, oh, that's the one I would do if I were on Broadway. I think it's so great. And I'll put it down on the podcast right now. I'm so curious to see what your next, I know you're going to do another one. I just can't wait to see what role it's going to be in what musical.
Well,
what do you think? Take a guess.
I don't think I'll get the opportunity to do that again. And here's the reason why. I just banged my foot so hard on a metal cup. I'm okay though.
Do it in song. It's a musical episode.
Ouch, I just hit my foot on my cup. Now you sing the next line.
Well, I'm one of like one of the townspeople.
Are you okay?
Just like, are you okay?
Do you need me to lift it up? You know,
you're just giving me line readings?
You weren't doing anything, so I was trying to help you out.
I'm not a fan of this direction.
So, it was really, really incredible. I don't think that I will do another Broadway show. Broadway's been closed for so long, and I think when it opens up, it needs to go to the Broadway actors who've been out of work. But I feel like one of the number one questions I get about being on Broadway is like, what's the process like? And it is not what I thought it was going to be. At all. Like, I thought I'd get a bunch of rehearsal like you always do with theater, and then I'd rehearse with the cast and whatever, and then I would do the Broadway show.
From what you described to me, it was certainly less than...
It was... I was like, this is Broadway? This is how Broadway works? This is crazy. Like, it blew my mind how it worked. So I had 2 weeks of rehearsals, but they weren't like full day. It was like 5-hour rehearsals, 6-hour rehearsals, something like that.
Yeah, I would walk you to them.
And I would be in a little rehearsal studio, and there'd be 1 or 2 other cast members there who were like swings. They played multiple parts.
What was the name of that building? It was like...
I don't know.
You don't remember the name of that building in New York?
No. The ones that I had rehearsals in?
Yeah, because it's like where all the a lot of auditions in New York. I just remember.
Like Pearl Studios?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the studios is Pearl Studios, but I don't know what the building was, but it was.
Yeah, Pearl Studios in New York, and where lots of auditions are going on and things, but they also have rehearsal rooms. Yeah,
it was weird going in there to rehearse for shows, because when I lived in New York, I went to auditions for Broadway shows there all the time. I never had anything.
Yes. Okay.
And then I was there like walking past people waiting to go into an audition. I'm like walking past them going like, I'm going to my rehearsal for my audition or for my show. So, but how rehearsals went is there'd be 1, maybe 2 other cast members who knew all the roles. So they would play like Jenna or Becky while I was doing Dawn. And then the dance captain who would play all the guy parts. And they just kind of talk me through it. And they didn't do it full out, because why would they, And so I only ever rehearsed with like 2 people. I never rehearsed with a full cast until... And I also was in a rehearsal room, not on the Broadway stage. I think I performed it on the stage maybe a couple times. And by performed it, I mean like we would go over a couple scenes on the stage or block something on the stage, a couple of rehearsals. And then the day of my opening night, like the day of, was the first time I ever got to rehearse with the cast. The whole cast wasn't there, so it wasn't the whole cast. No one was in costume. No one was wearing microphones. I was the only one in costume with a mic, and we didn't even run the show. We only ran my scenes. So
also that's the afternoon before your first performance on Broadway, which for me, my process, I would be like, no, I need to be just laying on the floor in fetal position. So, I can't be running a whole show before this.
Right. Yeah. My Broadway debut was the first time I ever ran the show with the cast.
And with like, I'm sure like the actual props on the actual sets, which are
with hair and makeup,
very mobile. Like these sets are moving around on tracks and all these things.
Terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. It was the scariest thing I might have ever done in my life.
I was gonna say you weren't nervous at all.
I know. I was like crying every day to Erik, saying like, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I was a total disaster mess. Just crying every day, freaking out. But it was a really cool experience. I'm very proud of myself that I got to do it.
I will say, like, working in television, it's like another thing is like I was saying about the musical I did in community at a community center when I was a little kid. We rehearsed for 2 months and then did it. But like in television, like you show up on set before a scene and they're like, all right, let's read the words. And then you like read the words and then they're like, all right, let's shoot it. Like there is like almost no such thing as rehearsal pretty much as an actor on television. Yeah. And so to see it on Broadway, like you're professionals. Yeah. Just do what you do and just do it. Take one live. Like it's just kind of
so scary.
Yeah. There's no real rehearsal.
A lot of people
process.
Ask like if I ever wanted to or if I ever would do a Miranda musical. And I did, and I started the process of that a while ago. And it was such a fun process. But
Wasn't like Jason Alexander involved or something?
No,
like
that was something else.
Oh, okay.
That was not that. He's a total sweetie, and we were talking about developing something together, and then we ended up not because I'd started doing other stuff, and he's wonderful. Yeah. No, it was different people.
Okay.
Jill Soloway, who's an incredible writer.
Oh, Transparent. Yeah.
She wrote Transparent on Amazon and films, TV shows, whatever. She's really, really talented. And her sister, Faith, they had reached out to me and asked if I was interested in writing a musical. And I was like, yes. And so we started workshopping. So how we started the process was not like, let's sit down and talk about a concept and let's write some songs. We got together with a bunch of improvisers. Cool. And we all improvised on the weekends what a musical would be with Miranda with no context, nothing. Like we would just walk in there and there was
process,
like,
I guess.
And since they're in the industry, they got like these incredible, like Oscar from The Office was there improvising with us, like making up songs with us. Jane Lynch was involved. Like we were all just working on this musical together, this Miranda musical, improvising songs. So we had a band there that would play the music and just start. I'd be like, well, I don't know about that. And then they'd be like, dun, 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 dun. And I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm singing now.
On the wall of that.
Yeah,
right now.
I wish I had recorded those days. I don't have any footage from it or anything. But I will say that like, I did for a while in my live tour, the anti-porn unicorn. So Miranda thinks anything that's inappropriate is considered porn. Like if you wear a crop top, that's porn. Like anything inappropriate is porn. I don't say that anymore, but I used to say that back in the day. And the anti-porn unicorn horn, I used it in a bunch of shows. Like you put on the anti-porn unicorn horn, and that's from that workshop. Faith brought it in. Like she had made it. She'd made like an anti-porn unicorn horn. And so we were just like, all right. And we like wrote a song about the anti-porn unicorn. And like,
you're going to play it for us now?
I don't remember any of it. That's the thing. It was all improv.
We got to get more songs going in this episode.
But it was like, we had this whole storyline going and it just was so fun and so crazy. And then they started working on other stuff. And then I started working on Haters Back Off.
That's
and
how
then,
it goes.
Yeah.
Like,
and
things come together. They not fall apart, but like everyone gets busy. Someone gets a job.
Right. But I was so grateful for that experience. It was so amazing. It was like a once in a lifetime experience. And I remember every time showing up to the rehearsals and being like, these are famous actors who are acting with me. And I was like, 25 or 24. I was pretty young. And
well, it just makes sense because she's Miranda sings. She sings. And I remember after season 1, like maybe like I think during season 2, I was like, hey, if we get picked up for a season 3, you should do a musical episode of Haters Back Off on Netflix. And I was obsessed with the idea of like doing a musical episode that I myself took it upon myself to write a song for my character.
He sure did. And we're going to listen to it in 1 second, right after I say thank you to our next sponsor. So stay tuned.
That?
Stay tuned to hear Erik's beautiful song that he wrote.
That I wrote
as Patrick.
For Patrick.
Yeah, for Patrick to sing. But first I want to say thank you and hello. And oh my goodness, I love CURTSY. So what is your closet missing? A tie-dye, a shacket, maybe some thrasher, whatever you're looking for, CURTSY has the latest styles you actually want at a price point you can actually afford. I love CURTSY because you're shopping from real women in your size and in your style. It's so easy to use, and I found some really amazing deals on there. With the CURTSY app, you get thrift store prices delivered straight to your door. No need to sort through thousands of items that aren't your style or size. I actually found Lululemon tops on there for $20, and we found some leggings on there for $40. well, I mean, I found them, but like you
They
get to
were for
enjoy
me.
them too. You get to enjoy seeing them on me. The app has all my favorite brands. There's tons of awesome stuff. They've got Nike, Urban Outfitters, Princess Polly, Champion, Free People, Levi's, and a lot of it's up to 70% off, which is an incredible deal. Selling clothes is actually such a pain in the booty, which is why my closet is always overflowing. I always am like buying stuff and then it doesn't fit me and I'm like, it's too annoying to return it. So I'll leave it in here or I'll give it away, I guess. But it's just such a pain in the patootsky. And my closet is totally overflowing. But CURTSY has actually made the selling process so easy. Literally anybody can do it. So if you guys don't know how to price your items when you're using this app, CURTSY suggests a price, which is super helpful. If you don't have a printer, they'll mail you a shipping label for free, which is awesome. And the coolest part is when you get to instantly cash out to your debit card. It's so easy to use, and I love it because it's women, and I feel like I'm supporting other women by using the app. So it's like you get cheaper clothes that are top-notch quality, but you're supporting other women. It feels like better than just like going into these stores and buying it. It's like, oh no, I'm helping my girl out. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will wear your pants. And it's really great. So if you guys want to check it out and you want a sustainable way to get Brandy, Urban, Champion, and Lulu delivered directly to your door, download CURTSY today and enter promo code RELAX for 15% off your first order. Search for CURTSY in the App Store, spelled CURTSY, and enter promo code RELAX for 15% off your first order. Like I said, download that CURTSY app and enter promo code RELAX. Go check it out. So now I'm very excited because it's time to listen to the musical stylings of my husband, Erik Stocklin, as he serenades us with a song he wrote in case Haters Back Off got another season, and in case we did a musical episode, and in case we chose to use the song.
To anyone listening to this podcast, if it's not obvious, like at this point, like I like writing little songs to myself that usually no one else hears. They're kind of just for me.
Yeah.
But it's fun for me. It's like a fun hobby. You know what I mean? It's not a profession. It's a hobby.
I'm so excited.
And so I had seen a couple of shows do like just random musical episodes, and I think they're great. I'm like, well, it totally makes sense for Haters Back Off. She's a singer, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought it would be so great, and so I remember I wrote a song for Patrick, and I sent it to you in a voice memo, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll play it now.
Okay. Do you want a uke?
World premiere. Yeah, I'll
uke?
do it on uke, I think. And I might. Let's see if I can remember it. Would you help me on the whistling part?
I'll try. I'm not a very good whistler, but I'll try.
So here it is. This is so in my mind, this is Patrick singing to himself
About Miranda.
pining over
I love
Miranda. Okay. Most bicycles were not built for two. Mine can hold popsicles and you. Miranda sings a song in my heart. You act, you sing, dance upon a stage. Someday the whole world's gonna say Miranda sings a song in our hearts. Even if you don't notice, I'll bring you froze toast, roses. Miranda sings a song in my heart. Oh, Miranda sings a song in my heart. If you believe in magic, can you believe in Patrick? Miranda sings a song in my heart. Oh, Miranda sings a
a song in my heart.
So this part, he'd be like, now like riding the bicycle past your house or something, you know? Or she wouldn't notice him. She'd notice
Someone else.
Owen, something.
Oh, I love it. Yay. Isn't that so good?
Or then like Uncle Jim's song would start and it would be like completely different. I think we should still do this. I'm campaigning for
Netflix,
this.
you are not listening or watching, but if you were, hey.
Haters back
Remember
off.
me?
Haters back off the musical.
Let's do it.
Is there a hashtag? Is there
That's
like
how Flynn says it. Flynn says, let's do it.
Let's do this, man.
Let's do this.
He goes, let's do this, man.
Let's do this, man. Well, you know, we both like to write little ditties, but I don't like to share my ditties with most people. That sounded, that could be taken out of context and people could have thought I said something
ditties.
else.
Show me
I'm
them
like
ditties.
Show my ditties.
Show me
to
them
people.
ditties.
Is
That's
that
a
the name
t-shirt.
of the musical?
Yeah.
Show me them ditties, the musical.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I do like to call them ditties though, like my little ditties that I write.
Yeah.
And
Again,
I don't really write
this
songs.
is a t-shirt.
Stop.
Anthony, if you're listening.
No, we're not doing that as a t-shirt. So I don't like to ever really share them because they're not real songs, but I thought I would share with you guys some of the songs that I've written, in the past few years. And
you write a bunch of songs for Flynn.
I write a bunch of songs for Flynn.
You write lullabies for Flynn.
I write songs for Flynn. And so I thought I'd share some with you guys today. And so it was actually kind of fun going back because a lot of them I write as I'm like putting him to sleep, just like kind of rhyming, singing. I'd never put them to music before now. And so trying to find chords to match was interesting this week. But this one always did have chords. This is a song I wrote for him when I was pregnant. So I didn't even know Flynn at this point. And I sang this to him in my tummy all the time. And so this is a song I wrote for him a long time ago when he was just in my little tummy, little fetus in my tums.
Let's do this, man.
Okay. Wait, how does it go? Oh, it's a waltz. Hey, sweet boy, I love you. I'm waiting impatiently for your big day. It's gonna make me cry if you look at me.
Okay.
No, you can look at me. I just realized I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't sung this since I was pregnant. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think you just cry no matter what, but yeah, keep going.
I know I do cry all the time, huh? Okay. No,
going.
I don't know. It made me feel so emotional thinking like I sang this when I was pregnant and now we have like a little 2-year-old boy and like I love you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Oh yeah, whatever. Anyway. Hey, sweet boy, I love you. I'm waiting impatiently for your big debut. Hey, sweet boy, you're safe with me. I promise to protect you from all the scary things. When you scrape your knee or get really scared, or when life simply doesn't seem fair, whenever you cry or have a bad day, I promise to remind you it'll all be okay. 'Cause you've got me and you've got daddy. Why does it make me cry? We'll love you and protect you from all the scary things. The look you're giving me right now is like, whoa, she's fragile.
No, I was emotional. No, it's strange because like it's to hear that you wrote that before he was born and like scared things. And now I know like I immediately triggered me to him going, Dad, I'm scared.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and it's like the most heartbreaking thing whenever he's scared of anything.
So the next little ones are little ditties that these are the ones that I put music to.
I'm ready for my blankie and a binky, dude.
I know.
I'm ready to cuddle up. I'm ready for some cuds.
This first one, I wrote for him when he was very hard to put to sleep when he was a baby. Very hard to put to sleep. And so I would sing this to him as I rocked him or bounced him to sleep. I'd sing it in airports, in hotels, backstage at theaters, in his room, anywhere and everywhere, on trains. I sang this song to him. And I still sing it to him to the point where now he can talk to me. And sometimes he goes, no, mama. Don't sing that song. Sing Dump Truck Song. So, but I've never done it with ukulele until now. So let's try it out. Time to go to sleep, baby Flynn. and we can have adventures again tomorrow. Time to go to sleep, baby Flynn. I can't wait to see you again in the morning. We can have some cuddles and kisses all day long. We'll be laughing and dancing and singing our song. Go to sleep, baby Flynn, and we can have adventures again tomorrow.
So good.
Just that.
It's so cool to hear it with chords.
I know, it never is.
You would sing it, and then I was like, oh, I need to sing this song, otherwise he won't go to sleep. So I sang that to him a bunch too, a cappella.
Yeah, so that was a fun little song. It was fun to like find chords. This is another one that never had chords.
That was really cool.
You liked it?
I loved that.
Oh, thanks. You also know this song because we sing this song to him. I used to sing this to him when he was little with the intention that he would know it when he was a little bit older and could understand, so that he would already know it and it could help him calm down if he was ever feeling scared or stressed or angry or anything. Because
anxiety.
I kind of wrote it for me too, because like
I was gonna say
there was times. Well, there are times where I'm like desperately trying to get him to stop crying, and he was so sad and I didn't know why, and so I would sing this to try to help calm him down. And there's a moment in it where you say like, take a breath, and that we do that now with him, and it works so well. Like it really helps him to like take a minute and not like if he's crying or upset about something, go take a breath, let's try again. And he takes a breath, and it really does help. And now I see him, if he gets really upset, he'll do it himself. He'll be like, and then he'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like I'm so proud of him. He's like learned it. But this one is more like of a lullaby type thing when I sing it a cappella. But it's not when I play it with you.
Oh, interesting.
So
okay.
When I sing it to him a cappella, like I've always sung it, it's like, time to calm down, 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 down. I sing it really quiet and like chill because I want him to calm down. But I guess not when I play it. Here we go. It's time to calm down, 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 down. Time to calm down, baby, don't you frown. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. You take a deep breath and blow your troubles way up to the sky. Because it's time to calm down, 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 down. Time to calm down, baby, don't you frown. It's time to calm down, 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 down. Time to calm down, baby, don't you frown. Ta-da! I was trying to think of songs that we wanted to sing for you guys today, and I was like, I don't know why. I wanted to sing songs that I've written for Flynn. I've written a lot of weird songs, but these are the ones that I was like, I think I should do these.
Yeah, these are ones I think, I don't know, but I don't think you've not shared.
I know, I kind of sung them in vlogs and stuff, but never like fully. Now, there is one that we wrote together that I love, this next song. I do want to say a thank you to our final sponsor for the episode before we jump into that, which is She's Birdie. Whether you're taking a walk around the neighborhood, running errands, or venturing out on your own, you always want to feel safe. With Birdie, you can keep doing what you love with the added peace of mind. This thing is awesome, you guys. I have always felt scared when I walk around at night. If I'm ever alone, even when I'm with people, like I'm always afraid I'm just paranoid. I'm always afraid something's going to happen. And this just adds that extra layer of like protection and a little bit more comfort if you are scared walking around. You know what I'm saying? Birdie is a personal safety alarm designed to be easy to carry and simple to use. When you activate your Birdie with a quick pull, the alarm will emit a loud 130 decibel siren and flashing strobe light to help deter an attack. Unlike pepper spray or other deterrents, Birdie is no danger to you. You can feel confident to use it without the worry. Birdie goes wherever you go. The alarm comes in multiple colors and has a brass keychain so you can attach it to your keys or to your bag. I attach it to my diaper bag. You can attach it to anything you want, but it's really easy to use and it's super small and easy to carry with you wherever you go to feel extra safe. There are over 300,000 Birdie alarms that have been sold, and they have thousands of 5-star reviews. Join the flock today for a safer tomorrow. I know that for me, I feel so much safer with this thing. Anytime I've ever gone to a store, walking to my car at night ever after like going into a simple errand is so stressful. I've had my keys in between my fingers, my phone on with 911 dialed just in case. Like I'm so paranoid. I'm so scared something's going to happen to me. But this makes me feel so much safer. I feel like it's like almost like having it's like a buddy system almost, like someone's there with you, protecting you. So if you guys want to check it out, right now, She's Birdie is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase when you go to shesbirdie.com/relax. Go to She's Birdie, spelled SHESBIRDIE.com/relax for 15% off your first purchase. That's shesbirdie.com/relax. Go check it out. So this song I'm really excited about. I love this song. We've sung this before on a vlog a long time ago, but I love this song. Unless there's more songs we should do. Is there another song you want me to sing? Don't make me sing. I'll just keep singing.
All the songs.
I'll keep singing. I'll never stop.
You know what's funny is that I know that you do, but I also have like funny stories from every musical I've ever done.
This episode could honestly be like 3 days long.
Yeah, this
I'm like sad it's ending. Like I'm like
this
no,
episode
I have so
is going to become a limited series.
Can we do this once a month?
Yeah, we can.
Well, maybe not that much, but like
Sure.
I have so many stories I could tell and so many songs I could sing. Come on now. Should we do more? Tell us in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you are listening, leave a review on Apple Podcasts for us. Give us a little 5-star action if you're feeling sweet. And let us know if you like this episode, if you want more like this. We have more stories to tell. We could write more songs for you. But right now we're going to sing a dump truck song that we wrote for Flynn.
When I see that dump truck a-coming, oh, it makes me want to sing.
La, la, la,
'Cause with the help of that truck, I can carry all this love that I have in me. And it makes me want to sing.
When I see that dump truck a-dumping, well, it makes me wanna dance cha-cha-cha. 'Cause when the truck starts to dump, it's just sharing all my love with the flowers and the ants. And that makes me wanna dance. When I see that dump truck a-leaving, and I know he's going home, I'll be sad that he's gone, but remembering this song, and I'll watch my love grow as he dumps it down the road. And I'm glad he made it home. Yeah. Isn't that so cute? I love that song. It's so cute. It's a cute one. Are there any requests for me, love? Like, is there any songs you need me to sing right now? I mean, if I have to, I will.
Oh, God.
Like, whatever you need. You know, I just want to make sure you're happy.
On SNL recently who just started smashing
Stop it! Alrighty. I just love that little song. So that's
smashed my guitar.
I know. Well, no, you did not. That was our musical episode, guys.
So good.
So strange. I don't know. What do we think? Should we do these more? I feel like I didn't get to sing enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be singing more things.
I'm
just kidding.
That for you.
I never want to sing in these, but the fact that it's musical theater stuff, that's what makes me like,
I know.
wait, why am I not singing like
you lit up with
being
this
alive?
one.
I actually thought about doing when I listed off my shows I've been in.
Just starting singing.
Yeah,
all
I
of
thought
them.
about being like, first I did Anything Goes.
Well, we
in
don't have the
olden
rights
days.
to that.
And then I'd be like, and then I got into
Stop.
Wandering
We don't have the
One.
rights to this.
And then I did What's the Matter with You, Cosette?
We can't afford to put these songs.
And then I wanted to go through and like sing a little bit of each show.
I think, and I'm sure that you have, if not one story from each musical you've done.
Oh my gosh, a bajillion.
Right. And honestly, so do I from my limited musical theater
But even
experience.
plays too. You did a lot of plays, which I'm sure you have a lot of stories.
Yeah, that's not something that we've done. We can do that. That's a good episode.
I think we could do another. I think another one like this, where it's like we start off with some songs and we tell some stories, then we end with some songs. Like this was fun to me.
This is great to me. I think this is for me the most fun I've had recording one.
I had a lot of fun writing the sultry song to you, which you did not know about.
I literally
right before we started recording.
I need you to sing this one line. It's just you say that I got
vaccinated,
and I was like, okay, let's do it. And
so he'd never heard it.
And also some of the songs I hadn't played in years, or we hadn't played in years. Yeah, honestly,
music's a big part of both of our lives, and it's in such different ways. We have such different tastes in regular music that we listen to casually, in music that we like in general, but also I don't know, we both write music. He plays guitar and uke and drums and everything. And I play nothing. I play ukulele and a little piano.
You're great at piano.
And my vocal cords. That's why. That was the other thing, is I have so many stories from voice lessons and theater classes, and I bet we have crazy theater class stories.
Yeah, it's not like this podcast, not a limited series.
Is this a theater podcast now?
It's not a limited series. It will continue
on. Is
Relax if people keep
a
listening.
podcast about theater? Because I'd be into that.
Sure. Yeah. Can
we change it to
I don't think it was ever
Hear
set.
My Ditties?
I don't think we ever have known what we are doing.
Hear My Ditties. That's what the podcast is now.
Show Me Your Ditties.
Show Me Your Ditties musical podcast. I'm into this.
Let's just change the name.
Yeah, Show Me Your Ditties. This is appropriate.
I'll make a call.
We'll
get some graphics going.
But I have been having a lot of fun doing this. But I also miss our son, because we've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I want to go see him and play with him.
I would like to say a special thank you to my brother, Chris Rocket Stockland, who is now our video editor and producer and all things technical consultant.
Amazing.
I love you.
We love you, Christopher. And Tony and TJ, we love you guys too.
Thank you.
Tony does all the things for your listening ears. And TJ does all the things to keep my life happening and going and sane.
And if you're listening to this on the day it came out on Wednesday, tonight is the spring finale, as they call it, for Good Trouble on Freeform, next day Hulu. Big
and Eric's
cliffhanger episode that I will be schmacting in.
Schmacting is right. I'm not gonna
tough acting to acting.
All
right,
you
know what I'm talking about.
Schmacting, you're doing some schmacting, and I'm singing some ditties, big old ditties.
Oh,
okay. We need to be appropriate. All right.
I think that is a t-shirt, though. Show Me Your Ditties.
No, it's not, love. We're not doing that.
Thanks for listening.
Come on now. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. And today we have a very wonderful cover of our theme song.
This is a really good one that I feel like people have been wanting to hear on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
let's check it out.
Here it is in all its glory.
Check it out.
Hey, Colleen and Erik. At the end of episode 7, you guys said that you love to see our covers of the Relax theme song. And Erik also suggested that someone should make it longer. And so I did, just about everything that's happened in the podcast so far. But I'm a beginner ukulele player, so it's kind of simple. Anyways, I hope you guys like it. Love you. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. We can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. It's been a year of sitting at home. Something to do so we're not alone. There's debates and lots of arguing. Movies and musicals and lots of singing. Bad auditions and old girlfriends. Erik Lane stand till the end. So subscribe to the podcast everywhere. And please convince Colleen to start loving her hair. Flynn's drunk of the day. The week starts with Monday. Colleen was in AA and Erik got arrested. Colleen doesn't watch movies. Erik's patience get tested. Apparently it's hard. You would admit that you're wrong. Oh, it's time to wrap up this homemade theme song. So we can relax. That's the name of their podcast.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik Yes, the world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones. So you can relax, that's the name of our podcast.